Hello viewers, Super GT here. Welcome back. It's been ages to Assetto Corsa. We are in the GT4s around the Nurburging Grand Prix circuit, and off the line we go. It's 5 lights out. Let the games begin as we head into turn 1. I'll explain more in just a moment, but let me just commentate on this first corner, if I may, as we go in. And the Porsche and the Lotus making contact, it's over. It's over. Their dreams have been shattered at turn 1. So I was thinking this game might be a bit cleaner, but clearly not as we head for the first turn. Actually turn 2, the field seems to have spread out a little bit. Just 12 of us in the race, so half that we see on Forza, but still obviously too many people as we have a bit of carnage through the first turn. So a bit of field spread initially here. Field spreading out quite nicely. So Assetto Corsa then. It's been a long time. I'm playing this on the Xbox One. I probably ought to buy it on the PC. I know the PC version is a lot better, so I'll probably be investing in that very soon. With all the mods as well, of course, you can get on the PC version. So the main reason really, as I go in very deep, guy ahead in the other Lotus. I'm in the Lotus, by the way. The guy ahead there is in the Lotus as well. So the main reason why I'm playing this again, and you might know if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, that I updated my wheel setup. So I was very unsatisfied with the pedals on my old setup. So I just had the Thrustmaster TX, the base setup basically, and the pedals that you get with that TX, they're not that great. I mean, with the brakes, I just barely could feel anything. Like, I just couldn't tell if I was pressing them down all the way or not. So a lot of the time I was locking up the brakes, and so that's the main reason I upgraded. But I also have a nice new wheel. I'll show you in a second. So brand new setup. And it all works very nicely. Feels very good actually on the Assetto Corsa. I did briefly have a go on Project Cars as well, as the Maserati goes very wide through the final turn. I'm going to go up, and they just actually collide there. You might have seen that in the mirror. Maserati and the Porsche behind, side-on-side contact. A poor rejoin there. So poor rejoin is not exclusive to Forza at all. Getting it in this game as well, or this simulator if you like. So very deep into turn 1. Not quite getting on the brakes as good as I would have liked there. So still a bit of work to do. Side-on-side contact with the Porsche as we come through turn number 2 then. I'm still not sure exactly where he is, but I think he's actually dropped back quite a bit. I think he might have spun out actually. So let's have a quick look at the setup then. So this is the wheel I've got. You can see the TH8A shifter from Thrustmaster as well. So it's the 599XX Alcantara wheel, so a very soft material on the wheel. The pedals then, the T3PA Pro. You can invert those as well to have them hanging down like you would in a car, so I'm going to do that as well. So there's the whole thing put together on a Wheel Stand Pro Deluxe V2 version, and it all seems to go together very nicely, very comfortable, very good indeed, very expensive, costs a lot of money to have that kind of setup, but I think it's worth it. It's a really good experience to be able to play these games properly. I think with Forza though, probably won't be using the wheel too much. It's not really suited to the wheel, I don't think, and I will be slower. Might give it a go, but actually I probably will give it a go. Be a good challenge actually. Make for a good video I reckon. See how well I can do with that wheel online. Probably won't do very good at all, and I can actually prove to people this is, the wheel is slower on this game. There's a lot of people curious actually that I actually use the controller, but yeah, on Forza the controller is a lot better. The wheel is actually very hard to master. I think once you can master it, maybe you are about as good, but it is very hard to get right on that game. But back to Assetto Corsa then. So the race, as I say, seems to have spread out, and oh my god, through the final chicane, just carried far too much speed for the first apex over the bump. I'm going to go flying into the barrier. I think, judging by the map, someone else has actually done the same thing. So just letting this Maserati go past, and I'm going to rejoin someone on the middle of the circuit. Where's the ghosting? It's a simulator, maybe, no ghosting here. So it's going to be a nice little three-way. Actually, the guy behind us actually dropped off. But 6th place is on here. It's going to happen here. And actually the guy is actually on my left hand side here as we go into turn 1, but a bit of bumping. I mean, can he not see me? That I am actually slightly ahead of him. In the first turn, the Porsche, he's getting very aggressive. And the Maserati took a poor braking line into the first turn. We've caught up massively. It's going to turn into a beautiful freeway here as we come into the left of turn number 3. The Porsche goes in very deep, weighing in heavily on the Maserati. Maserati probably not very happy about that, but takes this next corner very nicely. I'm going to get a run here on the exit. I think the Lotus isn't the best in the straight line, but I did get a very nice exit there actually. And cleanly past actually. I think he backed out very early there. Opting to avoid further collisions. So nice stuff there, back up into 5th place I believe. Actually he's got a run on me on the exit here as we go down towards the hairpin at the bottom of the circuit. This is a 5-lap race, so we are pretty much, as we hit the bottom here of the track, we're pretty much halfway through the race now. Done 2.5 laps then, so we are heading towards the home stretch here. So that's my first race on this game, first online race on this game. So just getting used to it really, trying to be as smooth as possible. I think that's the key, just getting your braking points right. It's kind of true of most racing games really. Get your braking point right, and then the rest kind of follows quite nicely. So just trying to pick out exactly where I'm braking. Although the braking point is actually fairly similar to what I'm used to on Forza actually, not too dissimilar. As they kind of should be really, if they both want to accurately replicate these tracks. I guess the braking points would be fairly realistically close. Just looking for that second board there. Actually this is the different chicane configuration. Normally we're using that first one, but on this version of the circuit we're opting for the faster and later second chicane there, which actually I find nicer to take. A lot more flow for that final chicane. Normally it's a horrible chicane because it's really tight on 2 90-degree turns consecutively, but this version flows a lot nicer. It's turn 1. Late on the brakes once again, obviously missing my consistency on that brake pedal. So I do have the conical brake mod on the T3 PA, which does make things a lot better. It's a massive improvement on the base Thrustmaster TX pedals, a massive improvement. So not quite maybe as good as pedals with a load cell. So you get some pedals out there worth, I've seen some £500, £600, £700 for some pedals. Obviously a lot of money, but with that money you do get quality, of course. So if you're going to be taking these really seriously, then you are going to have to invest the top dollar to get the top equipment. The Porsche up ahead, massive moment on the curb, sliding sideways, managed to keep it under control slightly though, didn't go off the track. That gives me a run down into the hairpin. He's going to hold a nice inside line. He's just going to edge me out wide. I hate that. That is one of the things I hate the most in racing, when people just edge you wide and just go past. Like there's just no shame in them doing it. And I'm going to give him space here on the inside, and again he's just going to go contact, making a bit of contact, pushing me slightly wider, although to be honest not too bad. We are side by side now though, coming into the next turn. I'm going to let him brake very late, and he's just about going to keep it on. The Maserati coming in now, so this freeway battle turning quite nasty as we come up to one more lap. We're just going to have to give him room there on the outside. He's on my side here as we go into the fast kink to the right. I'm on the inside line. I've just got the line. He's settled in behind. As you can see in the mirror there, very ominously close, and I think he's got slightly better straight line speed, but I just about managed to keep the position, go through the chicane. I took that very nicely actually, and the Porsche, he's binned himself. He's gone through the final chicane, over the grass, he went in too hot, over the grass, lost control, he spun out, couldn't quite keep it under control. So I've gone up into 4th place. We're dropping like flies in this race. There's only 7 of us remaining, but I'm having a blast. So I need all the practice I can get really. So there's no point in quitting. I'm going to stay in the race into the first turn. A bit better that time, probably the best time I've taken it. So we just got to see the lap out, and then hopefully we can consolidate our 4th place here into turn number 3. Car feels very slow and clumsy through here, and then the right of 4 feels quite nicely there actually. You can run out wide over the extra tarmac there. You can see the Maserati vaguely glimmering in the mirror. We do have over half a lap left, so there's a chance that he could catch up. I mean, that is a fairly big gap, but then again, I am playing this for the first time in a long time, so he does have that chance. There's always a chance that he could make a slip up, you never know. Coming down towards the bottom, looking for the curb on the left hand side, there it is. And as I said earlier in the video, it's what I'm used to in Forza, because obviously that's the game I play the most. That curb is exactly the same as it is in Forza. I can use the same kind of braking points. That curb on the right hand side though is a little bit different. Normally I dip onto that, you don't really want to do that here. Taking a bit too much speed for the Schumacher S and going slightly over onto the grass. The Maserati seeing that, licking his lips into there. Maybe a little bit early on the brakes. The Maserati's gone a little bit wide, but he's definitely gaining. So this is going to be a little bit too close really. I'm not going to quite see the lap out as easy as I would have liked. I am 1.2 seconds up on my best lap, so this is still my best lap to date, or in this race. Coming up to chicane, barring any big errors now, this should be a nice 4th place. Missing that second brake board. A little bit deep through there. You've got to avoid the big bump on the inside of each apex there. Maserati looking very close in the mirror. As close as he has been this lap, very close through the apex of the final turn. But that's going to be it. Unless he uses nitrous oxide now, I am going to finish in 4th place. Actually, I have finished in 4th place. So, there we go. First race back in a while on Assetto Corsa. Do let me know if you enjoyed this, and I'll try to bring you more. And there are the results. 4th place, there's only 6 of us finishing in the end. Luckily I didn't finish in 6th place actually. But yeah, enjoying the setup. iRacing should be coming back as well. I did try to go on it this week, but I really did not like the track in the Mazda MX-5s. So I'm going to try to come back and have another go very soon. But yeah, iRacing will be back now that I've got a proper setup that I really enjoy using and isn't inconsistent, and I can actually get a better feel for it. Then should be coming back a little bit more often. And of course, Project Cars 2 is going to require the wheel, or you know, it's going to be better on the wheel. Assetto Corsa as well. So plenty of games that I can maximise the use of this wheel on. And I do hope you can join me for those, and do subscribe if you want to see plenty more of that and you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching as always guys, I do appreciate it. I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, goodbye.